How's it going, guys?
Pretty good, man. Like I said, I'm just here for recording purposes, so
Sure.
don't I'm here to like keep Don from asking questions.
Sure.
Just so you know.
Cool. Sean Dillon said he was going to hop on, but if he does, I'll just admit him. But Courtney Lindsey will be here, and then Coach Kitley. Courtney's got to go get stretched out by the trainer, and so we'll have him go first, and then we'll have Kitley go afterwards. But Courtney, you want to hop up, man? All right, questions for Courtney?
Courtney, just tell us how you feel about how you ran today.
I feel pretty good. You know, I feel like I gotta execute way better in the race, but I was consistent for my last time I ran, so I'm pretty okay with the time I ran.
What facet of the race do you feel like you can get better at in terms of, I guess, the technical aspect?
The start of the race, my box starts, I feel like I can get way better, way more powerful, you know, from the start. So yeah.
Yep. Even with that, how do you feel about winning?
It's always good to win. Anytime I win, I'm pretty happy. So yeah.
And considering you were running against a Baylor guy and ECU guys,
right,
and also, Darius and Keon, I see making the finals. How good a level of competition was that you run against? How good a level of competition was that, and maybe how good is this the best competition that you've run against, or have you run in some races that had that depth of talent?
I would say it was, like Keon, he has probably the best start, in Division I. So it was a good amount of talent inside the race.
How has your training been the last?
What'd you say? Say it again.
How has your training been the last couple of weeks since we last talked to you?
It's been, I think he up training up just a little bit, so we can get our conditioning right. But other than that, it's been the same thing we've been doing.
The plan for you tomorrow is what?
I'm running a 4x4.
Okay. Any idea what leg yet, or have they told you?
No, they haven't told me yet.
How much have you? How much have you run 400s?
I ran a good amount of them. I ran probably, I can't even count. I ran a lot freshman year, and I kind of toned down sophomore year, but I ran a good amount of them.
Yeah. Do you know? Has Coach Kitley or Coach Robinson told you? Do you think you might run on the 4x4, say in Big 12 championships and postseason, or is this kind of more just another aspect of your training to run a little longer distance?
I think I would say it's another aspect of my training, but I would hope to be on it, but they haven't told me yet.
So. Who else in your mind stood out for you guys today, guys or women?
You said guys or women?
Yeah. Who else was the team most excited about today?
I didn't really get to watch any other event but sprints, so I would say Tasia, Peyton, and the guys I ran with, Keon and Darius, those guys.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much all I need, unless Sean wants to follow up with something else.
If I can, Don.
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. what's the feeling not having as many fans? You may have you may have brought this up earlier, but what's the feeling that you have had where you don't have as many fans there, and you're not feeding off the fans?
I mean, if it was a packed house, it'd be even better. But packed house or not, it's the same goal, same mission, is to win and run fast. So I really haven't had any other mind change or nothing like that. So.
And where are you happy? Are you happiest where you are now, or do you still feel like you have more in you?
I always feel like I got more in me, but this is a good starting spot for me. So there's more work to be done though. So.
Thank you.
All good?
All
I think we're
good.
good.
All right. Thanks, Courtney.
Appreciate it, guys.
Appreciate it, man.
Thanks, Courtney.
Coach? All right, Coach. Courtney got him one for you. Got Don and Sean.
Okay. Hey, guys.
No questions for
There
Coach?
Okay. Don, I'll let you go first.
Wes, I guess just tell us the highlights in your mind from today. Was it another field event day for you guys?
I think so. Gabe had an unbelievable competition with the young man from Arizona. I mean, just phenomenal. And they were going at each other the whole time. So that was fun. Good to see Ruth come back and do, another very, very solid performance. Probably her second best jump of her life. And so, I think on the field events, that was probably the highlight. It was good to see Seasons. I mean, that was a personal best for her. I didn't think she threw very well, but I was real pleased to see her come back and, the very first time she's thrown all year long. And so that was encouraging. But I think that was probably it. Kayla Harris was impressive to me in the hurdles. I was loving seeing her get back to a little bit of her old self. And on the running side, Tacky had another course, great, solid 800. Little disappointed in the other 800 guys, but it's the first time we really got out there and run. They just tactically ran bad. So Courtney, solid again. Those were good, solid performances. Probably the highlight running was Owen Likens ran the 800, who was in the slower section, running 149. Really pleased with that freshman.
Yep. Back on Ruth for a moment. When she went 46.10, that seemed kind of like out of this world. And you thought, okay, she's never going to approach that again, at least, in the short term anyway. And then to 46 again today, was that almost as stunning as her doing it the first time?
Yeah, you just love it when you see her now consistently jumping 46 feet. I mean, my goodness. We rested her last week, and then, of course, she's come back and consistently doing it again. So, it's really fun to see her improve like she has in the triple jump. She really was a long jumper when we got her, and we were teaching her how to triple jump. She triple jumped for South Plains, but nothing in those marks, and her technique was not good. So Coach Thomas done a good job. She's just getting better. And as a junior, I can't wait to see what she's going to do in the next 2 years.
Yeah. You mentioned Gabe. Gabe setting yet another PR.
Yeah, 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah, I was gonna say it seems like that's multiple times that he's PR'd. What's kind of the ceiling for him, you think?
I don't know. He jumped from 71 to 72, now 73, and I think he's potentially a 75-footer somewhere in there. I think this maybe moved him to second or third in the country. I don't know for sure, but he's getting really consistent there. So that's important when you go into a meet like the Nationals, and just to see him improve so much. And I think Meckler had a personal best 65 feet, our other freshman. So, those guys have been solid. They've been really solid and improving every week.
From talking to Coach Felkins, is there any particular facet of Gabe's delivery or whatever that he thinks is kind of the reason why he is continuing to get better week after week?
Yeah, what's happened to him? Gabe is strong. He squats about 880, and he's just a beast in the weight room, and he's very strong. But technically, that 35-pounder, you got to do things right, but you can kind of muscle it when you're as strong as him. And he's been doing a little more muscling in the past, and I just think he's getting better and better technically, figuring that event out, and that's why he's improving all the time.
Yep. Gabrielle McDonald, noticing that she didn't start in the finals, did you just want her to run once today, or did she do something in the first round?
Her foot's bothering her, and so I don't know really. We're going to try to figure out what that is, but we definitely, when she said her foot was bothering her, we took her out.
Okay. Sean, jump in.
Talk about what's going on with Finn and his injury. Are you looking at would this be just a short-term problem?
Yeah.
Just coming off that the 60 meters, or was just is it a little pinch in the shoulder? Or
Yeah, we think it is. He kind of ran through the mat and put his arms up at the mat and kind of pulled it back. But Frank doesn't think it's anything real serious. But of course, it was hurting him, and he kind of had an impingement, is what he thinks, in that shoulder. And so those hurt like heck, but they don't last very long normally. So hopefully he'll be back in the next, in 2 weeks we have our next meet. I think he'll be back.
what are the things that you are going to look at tonight on help yourself in the future? People who may have earned some better attention, if you might say.
Well, definitely Owen Likens. He gave me the idea that we might try to qualify a distance medley, putting Tacky on the mile and him on a 1200, and then get one of the other two 800 guys rolling with our best quarter miler. That's another option that I saw tonight. And then I'm just thrilled to see a freshman like that come out, and have a huge personal best. And mainly I'm looking for kids, of course, to have those good performances, but I'm wanting consistency. And he's going to run the mile tomorrow. So it's going to be a real true test, I think, to see how he comes back off a hard day and does it again, which is the way our conference meet will be. So those are things I'm looking at now. This is our first 2-day meet. So we'll kind of see how kids react to that.
How do you feel after having all these Big 12 schools? I mean, you talked about it in the earlier press conference that you have everyone but pretty much West Virginia, and I think Iowa State you mentioned here. Yeah. And then you have former member Texas A&M here. So you've got a real, resilient set of people that you're fighting up against. And how does fighting against these people today will help you become better when the Big 12 conference tournament begins?
Yeah, no, you nailed it. I mean, that's what it's all about is you see those guys in your lane, you run against them, you're running against some of the best in the country. And so then when you get to a conference meet or national meet, you can honestly say and believe it that, hey, this is no different than what we've been doing every week. And so that's what you're hoping to accomplish in this, is put them in the fire a little bit early before we get to a championship atmosphere.
Who do you want to see more from? Maybe one of the younger performers that you want to see more from in the next couple of weeks? Yeah,
well, my 800 group, I didn't think they ran well tonight. And so I feel like they're much better than they've showed. And I think we're going to train hard for the next 2 weeks. I'd love to see that 800 group get going. I would like over the next month, our 4x4 to kind of start gelling a little bit. And then just to try to get everybody here at the same time. We still haven't run one of our hurdler boys, and it's just trying to get everybody, we haven't had much COVID at all, but we've had 1 or 2 close contacts, and then so-and-so's out, or we've had a little bit of a hip bothering me, and so we're not running them. And so I'm a little frustrated that we can't get everybody on the same page at the same time, but hopefully we can in a month when we host that Big 12.
Well, along that line, how is your confidence right now, knowing that you guys have gotten good results so far this season, and yet you still haven't been able to put it all together at one time? And would you rather have it put together beginning of the season, or would you rather have it put together at the end of the season?
Well, I think at the end, of course, I'd rather have us ready at Big 12 to try to, especially on the men's side, we haven't lost a Big 12, throughout the last 4 years. And so I would love to do that and have them ready late. But, we got to prepare them. And then with the COVID, we're pressing more now to any week you feel good and any week you have an opportunity, you better make use of it, because you don't know when you're going to be pulled or if somebody's got COVID and you're close contact. And so I feel a little more pressure that way, but I just got to relax and let things happen. And whoever's ready and healthy to run, we just need to be ready to go.
Thanks so much, Coach.
Appreciate you guys.
Hey, Wes, couple more real quick. I'm sorry. Saffin Wheels, why did he not compete today?
Who?
Saffin Wheels, your jumper.
He did compete. He fouled 6 times in a row.
Oh. I'm sorry. Yeah. I saw
He
that.
looked really good. We had him on a short run. He's had a hamstring that bothered him in the fall, and we were careful and put him on a short run. And I think he had some 51, 52-foot jumps that just didn't get counted. But he had a little hard time getting on the board today. But I think he came out of it healthy, and we got a good workout in, and we'll get him on a full run here in the next month.
Okay. And Courtney, real quick, Courtney Lindsey.
Yeah.
You may have touched on it and I forgot, but running a 661 after running a 659. What did you think about his consistency? Or
I liked this race better than the 659. The difference in the race was he was kind of behind in that first meet that he ran 659. The other runners got out on him and were running faster at the beginning. And so it made him work hard to get up there and run faster. He kind of came out with the Baylor kid today and was actually leading or there. And so I just felt like, though, the race was set up better than it was with the 659. But the difference in the race is he was chasing that first meet and he wasn't chasing this week.
Yeah. And running him on the 4x4 tomorrow, considering that he's kind of a 60 and a 200 guy, is that more of a training thing for him, or you can seriously consider him as a 4x4 option like for Big 12s or NCAA?
Definitely will be on the 4x4. When we really try to run a great 4x4, he'll be on it. He has got tremendous range. Yeah, I'm excited to see what he's going to run on a 4x4 tomorrow.
Okay. All right, that's it for me. Thanks, Wes.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you all. I'll be sending this
Thanks,
out.
Wes. Thanks, Jeremy.
Yep. Appreciate your coverage, guys. Thank you.